where the magic happens. Conversations flow and the laughter snapping. Here at Netter's Network, where the stories come alive. Every episode's a journey, every guest a drive. Netter's Network, tune in for the show, where the headlines meet the heart, and we all get to know. From the highs to the lows, we've got it all in tow. Netter's Network, where the world's on the go.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Netter's Network Thursday Things. Tonight, we have no special guest, so to speak, but we are going to be talking about our recent travels to MEGACON. Of course, joining me tonight is my usual partner in crime. You know him as that guy at the end of the bar, the love of my life, Troy Pacelli. How you doing tonight, sweetie? And what are you sipping on?
I am doing wonderfully. I am sipping on a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Tonight I have a Signature Select Seltzer Water Raspberry flavor. I think that's the Jewel brand.
Yes,
So,
I do believe it is.
As far as I know, because I can't remember the name of the other one now. I want to make sure I said hello to everybody in the chat, like writing. So now I'm going to scroll up to the top of the chat to say hello that way. First in was JPRPH1 at 12:49 p.m. doing the emojis. And then, of course, says, welcome back.
Your dreams were your ticket
out.
Ba-dow.
It's like, I see what you did there.
Uh-huh.
Now, you also want to say hello to Big L. Says, glad you had a great time, made it back safe and sound. Have a great stream. Connie Cleary saying hello. Well, let me do this one. Hello and welcome back, Netter's Network and Last Call. Excuse me. Oh, Lady Mist with her pretty hearts and flowers for me. Hello, my love. Speaking of my love, where'd he go?
Kind of getting ahead of you, but Darth Plato says, just in time for karaoke, I see. Yeah, well, I wasn't going to do the whole song, but yeah.
Well, it's the only line that JPRPH1
Yes.
has put, so that's the one
True,
we said. There's that last call guy. And there's Deleted Scenes giving his salute and hail chat, as well as like, share, and subscribe.
No worries, DJ. People do it all the time, actually.
And of course, there's that Netter's lady saying hello to that Troy guy.
Yup.
Evelyn Hampton. Hello, Admiral. How you doing tonight?
Hope you're feeling well, Evelyn.
Yes. And DJ Play Nice. Good evening at Netter's Network. Thanks for hosting.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been away forever.
Well, it's been 2 weeks. That's a while.
Darth Plato saying hello. And I think that brings me down to... Oh, wait. It's like my scrolling stopped and then suddenly jumped. And Jesse Guajardo saying hello to everyone. Now I think I'm at the bottom. Okay. Which means now I have to... I hate this. There's this one little button at the bottom of my screen that will bring up like the side news. So it'll be like this panel will open and shows me the stock market, the weather, and all that. It's like, stop opening.
Oh, I can show you how to get rid of that.
Oh, please.
I just actually activated mine because I wanted to be able to see the weather. But yeah, I'll show you how to deactivate.
Aw, Geek Flag with Nate, you are so sweet. $2 super chat saying, welcome home, we missed you.
Aw.
Oh, thank you so much, sweetie. So, MEGACON.
Yeah.
That was an adventure. It was a lot of fun.
So let's, I know that we kind of jumped right into it and we didn't give everybody a lot of notice that we were going to be going away. That's because we didn't have a lot of notice ourselves. I had less notice than Netter did. she was in communication with one of the guests I'll have on tomorrow night, Gary Ambrosia, who reached out to her and said, "Hey, are you guys going to MEGACON?" And she's like, "I don't know anything about it." And he said, "Oh, it's in, what was it at the time, 3 weeks?"
Yeah, like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks.
And we had to see if we could get tickets, see if we could, financially swing the deal, see if we could take the time off of work, and so on and so forth. I had a little bit of an advantage in the take time off of work area as a contractor. I don't say, "May I please take some time off?" I say, "I need to take a week off. I will be taking off from this date to this date. See you when I get back."
Right?
Question then, of course, is, do they want me back after that week? Which they did. I'm back at the job, for better or for worse.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he takes time off.
Yeah.
So,
and here's the thing, if they give me any grief about it, it's like, look, I can't take off any time around the holidays. That's when you need me the most. I don't get paid for my time off. I don't get insurance. I don't get, vacation time or any of that kind of stuff. The only benefit that I have is the flexibility of my work schedule. So if you're going to take that away from me, what's the point? It's not even like I make a lot of money there. I make, I don't make minimum wage, but I make minimum for a full-time professional job, in my opinion. So just saying. But, Maria with Tea and Telly. So good to see you.
That's my sister from another mother.
It's sister from another mister, otherwise it doesn't rhyme.
But Mama Telly.
Well, yes, I suppose. And FKHC 2005, whom we lovingly call Tim. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. And see, now I'm in netter mode, so I got to make sure that I type it out as well as say hi to everybody. So the big thing was, it's not cheap, this convention.
Especially when you're getting stuff last minute.
Yeah, we didn't get any of the, perks of doing it a year in advance and all that kind of stuff. We didn't, plus, the main reason we were going, the social aspect of it, to hang out with people, kind of meant we had to go to the after hour things too. And there was the Friday event.
Right. There's a Friday event that was at the Orlando theme park. So we
No. It was at the City Walk.
City Walk?
City Walk? Is it Universal City Walk? Is that what it's called?
Was it.
Yeah. Which getting in isn't a problem, but there was a cost for the overall event. And then Saturday night, there was the Geeks and Gamers private party. There was a cost for that.
No, there was no cost for that one.
There was no cost for the Geeks and Gamers.
Right. There's no cost for Geeks and Gamers. There was a cost for the Friday night one on City Walk.
My mistake. Yeah, it was the other way around.
So we
Plus, of course, everything is expensive at a resort location, so meals and stuff like that were going to be a little bit costly.
But you know what? It was so worth it. It's like we can say, it was a really expensive last minute weekend because, we had to get the tickets. We had to get the hotel. And I made sure that we got the same hotel as Gary Ambrosia and Andy Masterson because they were, I want to make sure we're in the same area and we can meet up easy.
The truth is, though, that we did avoid the cost of and aggravation of flying down there because we chose to drive down there. I say we, I decided to drive down, so it was all on me.
Okay, let me explain why.
Yes.
Okay, so like I said, all this was kind of last minute. So I booked the hotel. I booked the context for all 4 days. Even though we didn't go on Sunday, we headed back then. I got the after hours party ticket. I got the ticket for Geeks and Gamers. And of course, we met up with Andy and and Gary and some other people, and we'll get into that, which was a lot of fun. But we decided, or I was kind of talking out loud, and I said, okay, we're going to have to try and get airfare, and then we got to rent a car. And then just jokingly I said, unless you want to drive. And then I started thinking about it more, and we both were kind of thinking about it. And it's like, well, think about this. If we take our own car, we don't have to worry about renting a car, so that cost is gone. We don't have to worry about how much we could take on an airplane with us, so that stress is gone, plus that that cost is gone, so we don't have to worry about that. We could take whatever we want with us. We can leave whenever we want. We can go wherever we want because we have our own car. It was an 18-hour drive. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
We broke it up on the way up. So about the halfway mark, we stopped in Chattanooga, got a hotel for about 4 hours to sleep.
Keep in mind, we left here. We left the Chicago area at 4:30 local time on Tuesday because I, was going to work to the end of the day, and then we were going to drive until I got tired, and then we'd drive the rest of the way on Wednesday. Not sure that was necessarily the best option. Thank you so much, Nate. Yes, that's a good question. So, so that we were asking the same question when we were invited, right? So it's another one of these big, well, I hate to say it, mega cons, but it's like Comic-Con and here in Chicago C2E2, these big mega cons. This one just happens to be called MEGACON. A lot of cosplay, huge dealer room.
Basically, the entire floor of the convention center was a dealer's room. There were booths everywhere, and the food court at one end
with a food court.
Yeah, and then there's panels for different things up on the second level, and then they had like parsed off to one side where you can get photo ops and stuff, and all stuff you had to pay for beforehand.
There were multiple floors, and I don't think we even got to all the different floors, but it doesn't matter. We saw the main stuff, the important stuff. And we'll tell you about a lot of it. In fact, at the risk of sounding like old farts sharing our
vacation slides.
Vacation slides. That's kind of what we're going to do. I think you guys are.
Yes,
we were just getting there, Nate. Thank you for the question.
I told Troy I have. Wait, I can tell you exactly how many because I still have my folder up. 351 pictures that I gave to Troy that I said, share what you want. We probably can't use all of these because some of
we
our
only have
duplicates,
about an hour, right?
Yeah.
And JPRV was like, do it. We'll get to it. But we did decide to drive. It's about an 18-hour drive for us. So, that's why, like I said, having left at 4:30, kind of splitting up our day. But Netter and I agreed on one thing in a big way. Was there a John Wilkes booth? No. There was a lot of cosplays, but the guy that unalived President Lincoln was not one of the ones that we saw.
You do have to show at some point that one picture that I took of you and the cosplayer who abducted me slightly.
Oh, yeah. But I will say that there was a lot of really bizarre costumes. We didn't get all the costumes. We didn't get a lot of costumes, just ones that we posed with, and there was very few of those. But and you're walking and people are walking the other way. There was a group that was dressed like fast food mascots. So one of them was Colonel Sanders, Ronald McDonald. I don't even remember who all was there. Oh, the Jack in the Box with the big round white head.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah. There was also a group of 4 that were, let us just say they were a stylized version of Christopher Robin, Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore, and Kanga.
Yeah.
They were all big men in tight short shorts and crop tops
Let's put it this way. They were all gay.
They were very gay.
They were very gay. I also want to mention here that Connie Cleary has been a member for 3 months. It says, welcome back again, Netter and Troy.
Thank you so much,
and
Connie.
FKHC 2005 says, yes, you are among the unwashed masses. Now, here's the thing that I think is really funny. Troy and I have worked cons as security and all that and gone to cons.
True.
Since we met.
Yeah.
So this has been 33 years. This is the first time I've gone to a convention where I didn't catch con funk.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We probably came back healthier than we went. It was 28 degrees in Chicago when we left. It was 80 degrees when we got to Florida. And we were able to literally watch, well, I have a temperature gauge on my car, so I was able to watch the exterior temperature go up as we drove. Tim says, when I go to, why can't I bring it up? Oh, because I'm in YouTube and not StreamYard. Oops. He says, when I go to the local annual Lego convention, they have to say to take a shower.
Yeah, which is bad.
I'll tell you, it was a challenge because I'm looking at the costumes, right? And I'm used to, that cosplay mentality of every stitch needs to be right, everything needs to be in its place. I saw 0 Klingons while I was there. Well, except for me and Netter, but we weren't in uniform.
Yeah, interestingly enough, we didn't see any.
There wasn't
Klingons.
a lot of Star Trek people at all. I saw a couple of next-gen uniforms.
2 next-gen uniforms.
And one of them was the animated, Lower Decks uniform.
Yeah.
So, not a lot. In fact...
wait a minute. Curtis Selby is also a member for 3 months, as well as Geek Flags with Nate and Connie Cleary. It says, Happy Valentine's everyone.
Day.
Yes,
thank you very much, Curtis. And a Final Fantasy fan 012. Welcome. Thanks for being here. We're just about to, I hate to say it, but we're about to get into our vacation slides. And it's one day before Valentine. Yeah, exactly. So, sure.
Hold on, wait, before you do that.
Lower Dicks is not Star Trek. If that is a typo, Nate, that is the best typo I've ever seen.
JPRPH1, also member for 3 months, says, I'll follow suit.
there you go. So, let me get back into StreamYard so that I can present. And I'm just going to go through them. I
have some duplicates in there. But I took a lot of pictures, like kind of overhead, to kind of show how big the place was with the crowds and all the booths. So, there's quite a few of those. So, as I said, there's a lot of duplicates in there, or apparent, or so they look like duplicates.
On our way up there, we stopped into a rest area just to hit the head really quick, and we saw this ancient relic. Does anyone recognize this?
Yeah. It was really dirty and everything, so I think it was just dug up recently.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't have any use for it, but we did see.
I think there's a closer picture.
The next one, probably. Yeah. It's a little bit closer. With it's a payphone. Wow. Yeah, you don't see those very often anymore. But it's funny because I didn't even think to pick up the receiver and listen to see if it actually functions.
I didn't think to check the coin return to see if there was any coins.
Yeah. But there you go. So this isn't just a picture of traffic. We saw this slug bug, and I was struggling to catch up to it. It was actually quite quick, but I did my best, and you'll notice little number on the back there, 51. Getting a little close. Oh, 53. Sorry. Anyone recognize that? And this was just on our drive up. Obviously not the most, hey, Wade, welcome. Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. Make sure you guys are all subscribed. He's doing a bit of a raid. He just finished up a stream himself. No worries. We're actually just getting started. We're talking about our trip to
we're showing our vacation slides.
Yeah, to
For
MEGACON.
the MEGACON. And yes, it is Herbie the Love Bug.
Yeah, that's Herbie the love bug. You know, and
if you do the next slide, I think you see it better.
This is obviously not. Yeah, this is obviously not like super screen accurate because this is a more modern Volkswagen bug. This isn't one of those 70s style bugs, but it was still cool to see. We knew what they were going for, and this was not any. Gosh, I don't even remember where this. Were we in Tennessee at the time?
Let
me see.
We might have been.
It's a Georgia plate.
Oh, maybe we were in Georgia at the time.
Maybe we were in Georgia at the time.
We were in Tennessee or Georgia at the time. Oh, yeah. And we discovered, and you're going to have to pardon my language on this, but people that live in Georgia drive like assholes.
Well, at least around the Atlanta area or in Atlanta.
We almost got in many car pileups because someone cut off Troy. He had to slam on the brakes twice, and the cars behind him had to slam on their brakes so that we didn't end up in a big car pileup twice.
Yep. And fun fact,
Herbie
and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang came out in the same year. I suspected that was true. I remember I was a kid when those car shows were coming out. And then like on Saturday morning there was Speed Buggy, which was a cartoon, and there was a Croft show that involved some sort of a dune buggy type car as well. But yeah. Welcome, Aged Boomer. Good to see you, my friend.
We got to meet Aged Boomer on this trip.
Yeah.
He didn't have his tractor with him.
Jesse says, Troy, give it time. There will be a Herbie Jr. movie. Yes, but Herbie Jr. will, halfway through the movie, decide to identify as Henrietta, I suspect.
And be a Prius.
That slug bug looks familiar. Exactly right. So, and this, like I said, this had nothing to do with the con. This was just something we saw along the way. So, okay, there's the full car. We finally got a shot of it. Got a lot of pictures of it, actually. Oh
yes. This is for Big Al. We took this sign for him, or took a picture of the sign.
It was a very. Let's see if I can.
You can zoom in.
There we go.
Bigfoot Travel Center. Take a picture with Bigfoot.
Yeah, that one was for Big Al, so we're gonna have to make sure we send him this picture. Didn't see it coming back, but then I wasn't really paying attention to the sites on the way back.
Actually, I'm going to pull that one out of my slide deck so that I can send it to him.
So you can send it to him, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Guess I got to back out again.
Yeah, and then the next pictures were all taken our first night
this
there.
was just us so that we can find our car after we parked.
Well, that's because the parking lot was
huge.
So mega huge. I mean, I have never seen a parking lot this big, and there's several multi-layer levels.
We did drive past a number of Buc-ee's, Wade. We just didn't stop at any, because from what I'd heard of Buc-ee's, I was like, I could see myself spending too much time there, and I was on an 18-hour drive. I wanted to get there and then later on get back, with as little time as. Yeah, so this was at the Universal City Walk or whatever.
Yeah.
Parking was free after a certain time.
After 6 p.m.
Right. So there was an advantage to driving.
And when we're at our hotel and we told them where we're going, the desk clerk said, make sure you take a picture of where you parked, because otherwise you will never find it again. So we took her advice and we took a picture of
But the fact was, it wasn't really that bad as long as you remembered which creature you parked in. There was a King Kong area. There was a Jurassic Park area.
There were like 5 different areas.
I forget what the other one was that was in our area. But anyway, so...
there's a Universal Studio Store.
So this was our first night there. Let's see, it was Wednesday night. So we were going to get dinner with Gary and Andy. And
that's where we went to Cowfish.
And Nick with from Echo Base Echo Base. What is the name of the show? Echo Base Podcast, Echo Base Network.
I think it's Echo Base Pod.
Nick and Coach. It was, Nick.
But this is where we ate, and they had wonderful food.
So, what was the name of that dish that you had, Netter? That
it was cheeseburger borscht or something like that.
Whatever it was like a sushi roll, but it was like wrapped in bacon and it had beef inside. It was
basically a cheeseburger, kind of deconstructed, wrapped in phyllo paper. The phyllo paper, whatever. Yeah. Deep fried, and then served like sushi. So cut up like a sushi roll.
Okay.
This stuff was so good.
Yeah, I was right. It was Echo Base Network. Thank you, guys. EBN. Yeah. So, and I had the sashimi. It was okay. I mean, it's literally raw fish. You know what I mean? For the price, I'm not sure it was worth it. We also went to Cowfish our last night there, and I had a cheeseburger that was just a straight on cheeseburger, but it had this.
It was called a Borson cheeseburger.
So yeah, it was made with Borson cheese.
Yeah, Boursin.
Kind of like a creamy blue cheese. Oh, it was so good, so good. Anyway. Oh, and hail, Sashi. Good to see you, my friend.
And some pictures I took just because I was bored.
And hail, Darkwood Presents. Sorry, just saw you, my friend. Good to see you.
Geek Flag, thanks you so much for the $5 super chat. Come on, people. We got 16 people watching, only 9 likes. Smash that like button.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
It's like, that's incredible. Thank you so much for that.
Yes. So Cowfish was where we had our first meal when we got there.
Did you say hello, Darkwood Presents?
I did. Okay. I was saying hi. We just seen you, so there you go. Yeah, this is kind of an idea. Oh, and then of course they had the People Movers, which was what it was,
Yeah, I mean, I took random pictures of everything.
Bubblegum shrimp, yeah. This is out front of Cowfish. You took a picture of the moon?
It looked pretty.
It's pretty.
And there was like something else.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, it's like there was like the moon, and like a star. And I was trying to take a picture, and it was coming out really bizarre.
There you go.
And there's Andy and Troy.
Yep, that's us.
And I was kind of bored at this point. So I was just taking pictures of whatever.
What did you say to tick off Gary? My goodness. No, he's probably telling a story. And there's the moon again. You like the moon because it's good to us. They were just standing around talking.
Yeah, like I said, at this point I was a little bored, so I was just taking pictures.
By this time, Netter had 2 margaritas. And she thought it would be a good idea to take a picture of the Voodoo Donuts, which I do have to say, we bought one donut. Well, she bought one donut. It was...
I don't even see it on
this guy right here. Yeah. This guy right here.
The colors were wrong. In the picture, he's got a blue face. See?
It's not a blue face, it's a blue lips.
Whatever. But the one I got, it was pink and green. I'm like, the colors aren't right. I want him because he was blue, because blue's my favorite color.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm weird that way. But it's my favorite
But it was
color.
really good. It was filled with raspberry. It was, what do they call it? Voodoo doll. And it had this, it had a pretzel stick sticking in it so that you could like voodoo it, I guess. But the raspberry compote inside was really good. Here's the picture of the mock-up.
That's the one I expected.
Yeah, the one we got was a little bit more.
It was the one I had.
Mass-produced.
The circle. Wait, go back. So the tummy part, that's that kind of yellow squiggle. Instead of having that, it was green, and it just was an outline of the tummy. So like kind of like a rectangle, and the mouth and the eyes were pink on mine.
Yeah. Well. Apparently that was a big deal to her. I never would have even
Blue's
cared
my
or
favorite
noticed.
color. That's why I wanted it.
This was a light fixture she took a picture of.
Wait. Oh, because I thought it was Klingon.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Klingon.
It's kind of cool.
I told you, I was kind of bored at this point.
Dining, dancing, and cocktails, which...
It actually was taking a picture of the beneath it.
Oh, the fountain there?
The pretty colors, yeah.
There you go. That's a better picture of it. Oh, okay. So now we're going to get into some pictures that I thought was pretty wild. We have talked on Geeky Geezers about the upcoming the various worlds of Universal theme parks. Like the Dark World and the Nintendo World and everything. This is a miniature that was in one of the shops of the layout of that location.
And I tried to take it from one side to the other, so I got the whole thing.
So, yeah. So, like, this is the main part of the Universal World and whatnot.
And if you scan a QR code, you can actually get, like, more information on the whole thing. Because they have those QR codes, like, all over the place. So you just scan the QR code and you can actually get more information on all
this. This is what she's talking about, like, right here.
Yeah. I think
this is like the Nintendo World, you know. This is, what is this?
Oh, like Safari Land or something. I'm looking at those little huts.
I have no idea. I don't really remember.
I said I basically went from one side to the other, just taking pictures. So try to get the whole thing, and then I tried to do some close-ups. A little bit of a close-up
of the Super Nintendo World. Yeah, Epic Universe. That's what it was. And
there's the QR code.
QR code.
And Frankenstein.
Yeah. There was a standee of Frankenstein, the Dark Universe.
Troy bought that for me.
Yeah. So this thing was ridiculously overpriced. This was it $60? $59.99?
Yeah.
But when we paid for the event, we got $25 gift certificates
for both me and Troy. So that's $50 right there.
So that's a total of $50. So when we went back, we got, we put them together and we ended up spending like $12 on this.
Yeah. And hello, Cyberpunk Dystopia.
But you'll notice it's on a little doodah, so you can put it on your shoulder. It's a little bit animatronic. Its head moves.
It's like the head moves. I think the eyes blink. Yeah. The wings go up.
Because this was the Harry Potter, world or whatever. I thought we had some. This fountain actually looks pretty cool in miniature. The Harry Potter section, they had the
be yourself, embrace your weirdness.
Yeah.
I just saw that and it's like I had to take a picture of that. Yeah, we got lots of.
I asked her for a lot of pictures of those because I wanted to share them with our Wednesday night guys. This
right.
is.
I was trying to take a picture of the dragon and the Lego.
This is the Lego section. So this is the Lego.
That's right outside
the dragon?
Lego store.
Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. I mean, those are real Legos.
All glued together. And there's the
a Lego Nessie and the Lego Spider-Man, like life size. It was actually pretty cool.
I like dragons, so I was taking more of those.
This is a Tinkerbell in a lantern, and when you turn the lights on, her wings flap, or they appear to flap because it's a lighting effect. I thought it was really cool. I wanted to get one, but it was just way overpriced. Not worth it.
That's
really.
what she's called.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this one.
We stopped in a hat shop. I wanted to look at the fedoras and the Tilbys, and Gary's over there, goofing it up.
And so it was
this was a hat Netter liked.
Well, that's like the picture of Gary though. I was like, oh, that is so La Cage aux Folles. He's so.
Oh yeah, and we joined the Doomcock Army while we were there. Gary gave us some Doomcock rings. Mine glows in the dark. You can kind of probably guess that from the picture there. But yep. And those are out of focus.
I told you there were
So
duplicates.
we are at MEGACON now. This, I think, was on Friday, and they had an exhibit of all these full-size R2 units that people had built. And some were better than others. I like this one because it just struck me as like a last call. If last call had an R2 unit, it would look like this. However, I don't know how much detail comes in. You may or may not be able to see, but the whole, definitely the dome, and many of the components, you can tell it's 3D printed. So it's impressive that such a big thing could be 3D printed. Not all of the droids were, however. R7 droid, I'd have to look to see what specifically this one was. R7V1.
I think you have to go out just a little bit just to see more of that. 3D parts,
A
cardboard.
lot of this is information about the build. I would have to see if R7U1 is anything in Wikipedia or anything like that. Oh, she got a close up of the drinks on the R2 unit. The blockade runner.
Now, what is wrong with that C-3PO?
Yeah, little trivia question. One little inaccuracy in that C-3PO unit, or specifically because it is supposed to be C-3PO.
10 points to the first person who gets it.
You win the coveted Marvel No Prize. I know you guys are on a 30-second delay. Yeah, Cyberpunk Dystopia. Yep. Thank you very much for being here. And yes, he doesn't have the third leg. That's right, or the third leg. R2 has the third leg. He doesn't have the silver leg. Is what I meant to say.
The right leg should be silver.
Yeah, Jesse was saying he's all gold. The other problem that I see in this picture is they are on the Tantive 4, the blockade runner, which that little round droid never was on. In fact, that little round droid never existed. So let's just move on. So, yeah, there was someone that had done coinage from Star Wars and chips from Sabak. So we had to get pictures of those.
Yeah, there's more of them.
Couldn't afford them. Didn't want to bother affording them, but you know, if we wanted to reproduce them ourselves, we
that's why I took pictures.
But yeah, there was some pretty cool stuff there.
I want to preface that some of these pictures are just kind of boring because I got there were a couple times where I was a little bored, so I just took pictures of whatever.
So you notice there's tax chips, which tells you there's taxes in a galaxy far, far away. But I think after the rebellion took over, they got rid of the taxes and they turned their income system over to a tariff system. I'm pretty sure that's how that went. Obviously, a
DeLorean and hoverboard.
DeLorean mocked up as the and the details were pretty good, and yeah, including the hoverboard. Absolutely cool. There was a Jeep from Jurassic Park. I don't even know what that is. If anyone knows what that is, let me know in the chat. Looks like
I just like the armor.
Some kind of armor, but it's not anything I recognize. Oh, I'm guessing it must be from Halo, because I recognize this dude here.
Probably.
So, but otherwise I wouldn't have known. And then, of course, she got the wide shot so you can kind of see.
Look at all the people. And this was Thursday.
This was Thursday before it started to get crowded.
Yeah.
This was the early day.
And just, you know.
R5-D4 literally rolling around the convention floor.
That looks like Jack Sparrow over there.
I don't remember Jack Sparrow, but yeah, maybe. The makeup effects that these folks were doing.
I actually really taken this because of right in the center there, they got the masks. And she was putting one on someone.
Yeah. They were actually doing some really good makeup. Oh, you can't see behind here, but there was a woman being made up like a Shrek-style troll, I think is what it was. Or ogre, sorry. Han and Carbonite.
Free photo up. It's like, just took a picture of him.
I didn't notice it from the side here. Looks like he got a lot thinner.
Yeah.
Yes, they also had a whole section that was all Daleks. And at one point, the Daleks were out moving around. Exterminate, the whole...
I did. Yeah. This is where they were kind of all sitting. So I
Yeah.
started taking pictures of these here.
And honestly, I don't know the difference between all of them. I thought this was kind of cool, one with a scarf and a hat.
This scarf doesn't look accurate, though.
And then, of course, they had the TARDIS.
I love K9.
With K9 and the scarf and the jacket and the hat on the coat rack. I thought it was kind of neat. I really like this because it's an incomplete. You can kind of see them, the method by which they're building.
All right, and the top is over on the table, and I did take a picture of the inside.
Yes,
which should, I think, be the next one.
She literally put the camera inside so she could take a picture.
There might be a lighter one. There you go.
There you go. So you can kind of see the internals. You wanted to get a picture of the scuff on the floor?
That one was an
anyway, the
shot.
Ecto 1, of course, we had to get a shot of that. And the Terror Dog. And they had like different versions from local franchises of the Ghostbusters. Yeah, exactly.
I like the Doge. I want one of those.
Yeah, I thought they were pretty cool. So then we start getting into the Tatooine section. And I made a joke. I said, these are all, stand-up mock-ups, areas, fan-built. And I said, this looks better than Galaxy's Edge.
And hello to Jacob Ironside. How you doing tonight, sweetie?
Welcome, Jacob Ironside. Probe droid. This was a full-size ATST. I mean, just there in the convention center. I thought that was pretty cool. They had like a mock-up of the Imperial Garrison. See, you had the officer, the TIE fighter pilot, stormtrooper. I forget the name of the droid from Rogue One, which would have been...
No, what was funny is these three guys, well, I'm not sure what the last thing is, but they were just kind of like, how they are just kind of chatting, goofing off. So I just yelled out, "Kid, hot!" And all of a sudden they just all went back and stood at attention.
Actually, Jesse, it wasn't a 57 Chevy. It was, I think that was an Impala. But I did like the fact that they had converted, another car besides the ambulance, And then there was a SUV there too, which I thought was kind of cool. And yeah, so you can kind of get an idea of how big that ATST was. And the little pit droids around its feet. Again, I forget the name of this droid.
That one just looks sad.
He does kind of.
He looks like a sad butler.
Yeah. But he's Imperial, I don't know, like, not assassin droid, but like soldier droid, Marine,
Delete says the Ellen
Tudjik droid. Right, because he's the one who did the voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't remember his name, right. Oh, you can kind of see in this picture that probe droid, his eyes glowing, and it had a really cool lighting effect. It was really kind of neat. Oh, yeah, and then one of those droids from, I actually don't even remember where that's from. I think that was from the prequels, maybe. I was talking about the one that came from... Oh, here in your town. I'm sorry, Jesse. I thought you were talking about the slide that we just had up. My apology. Oh, yeah. So then they had this, what I thought was really cool. They had some sort of a Gatling gun, machine gun, Nerf, firing Nerf. You could see the Nerf all around. And you could shoot at the IG-88. Netter did that. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, I shot him in the chest and the head.
Droidica and battle droids. K2SO. Yes, that's right. The Imperial Security Droid. That's what it was. You're absolutely right. I got a number of them for a diorama that I want to do. Yeah, when we saw that they had up the sidearms, I said we definitely got to get a picture of it.
I don't remember if I got a picture of the side, like I got that one in the front. But
yeah, well, no, there was no good angle because you were looking into.
And if I recall, it might have been roped off.
You would have had to have walked in order to get that, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't know who this bounty hunter was supposed to be, but
I was taking a picture of the building, not her.
Oh, but I really did like, the creativity. But yes, look at this. This is a convention section, and these fans did this. I'm like, this is as good or better than anything they had at Galaxy's Edge. I was really impressed with this. The swoop or whatever it is. A speeder bike. Right behind, if you're standing there taking this picture behind us, there was a dude in a booth that was doing the equivalent of like a radio show, as if it was, on Tatooine at that time. Yeah, she basically created her own Mandalorian. I don't see any reason why you couldn't. Embrace the fans and their creativity. I saw this and I'm like, I love these classic vehicles, but I heard that once the XP38 came out, these haven't been in so much demand. Because I'm a dork. That's why I said it. And then we got to the booth that had the Never-Ending Story. So, of course, they had Falcor.
Which they tried to pass off as a dragon.
Well, I guess he is a dragon, and you could have your picture taken on him and whatnot.
Yeah.
Geez, look right at us for crying out loud.
Yeah, I took these pictures again for Big Al.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pull these on my slide deck so I can send them to him.
And you can see that in the back is Rockbiter, in the near ground is the Swamp of Sadness. You can have your picture taken trying to pull the horse out. Anyway, I thought that was pretty cool.
Where are the pictures now?
Yeah, they had someone there dressed as the chick from The Mandalorian.
Holding the cute little Grogu.
Holding Grogu, right. Yeah. There you go. I mean, the funny thing was, the gal really looks like her, for crying out loud. She had
blackened out a tooth.
I mean, it was just, that's what I'm talking about cosplay. When they get it right, they really get it right, We had to get the picture of Vigo, the Carpathian, It was not full size, but it was pretty close. It was pretty impressive. And then just like random signs on the walls. It really made for the ambiance, Moisture evaporator. But yeah, Netter was again
trying to do crowd shots and all this.
Oh yeah, the Rocketeer. That was another one that was just perfect. Perfect costume. Yeah, a lot of dealers.
Yeah, doing all kinds of stuff.
Really, I don't remember seeing anything you couldn't find just about anywhere else. That one. And most of them, you could get people's cards and whatnot, and contact them after the convention. Look, the fact is, if you bought something at this convention, do you want to carry that thing around with you all day? Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool too. All the Chucky Godzilla, yeah. Does this towel smell like chloroform to you?
Don't effing use my decorative towel.
Exactly. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if she got a picture of it. It wasn't this booth, but there was another booth that had a bunch of different woodwork and a lot of cutting boards. And one of the cutting boards had etched into it a picture of baby Groot. And it said, "I was Groot." Like they made the cutting board out of Groot.
There are some pictures coming up that I have no idea what they are.
Oh, you got a lot of crowd.
It's after your picture with the guy who abducted me. Yeah, that was kind of weird. Doges,
yes.
Okay. Yeah. See that guy wearing Troy's hat?
Yeah.
He came up behind. Well, first he bumped into me. And then goes, oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Then he goes, let's walk together. Puts his arm around me and just starts walking off with me. So Troy was in front of me. I was like, Troy, I'm going to be with Deadpool now. And Deadpool's like, oh, that's your husband? I said, yeah. He goes, oh, come here. And he grabbed him into the picture and took Troy's hat.
Yeah, I thought he takes it off of my head, and I look, and when he puts it on his head, I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Yes. So he was talking about multiverses, right? And he goes, dude, he says, you don't understand. There's a multiple universe for everything. There are other realities where America is great, where America is a utopia. This America is a hellhole. But there are places in the multiverse where America has only 2 genders. And I just burst into laughter. I'm like, I didn't know where he was going with that.
Bypass the next 6 pictures. They're all mistake pictures that I don't know what I took a picture of. It looks like the ground.
Yeah.
Or something.
It's a carpet pattern that she liked. Me with Culture Casino.
Yeah.
Yes, Culture Casino. We finally met in person, It was, and we actually did hang out a lot that weekend, but this was when we first met him. It was really, really cool.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy.
Actually met a lot of YouTube personalities that you might know. Those that we don't have any pictures of, specifically because they choose to be more incognito, and I won't say who all that we met. We met we met a whole plethora of people, from pros to renegades. We met all kinds of different people. So, but I won't do any name dropping besides Culture Casino, of course,
because he shows his face on camera.
Yes, he does.
Again, just trying to do like crowd shots to show. I thought those pictures were kind of neat.
Yeah. A lot of people doing some great artwork.
And there was a cow.
Although, and I noticed that they did, they specifically have up the artwork of some of the people that are there, like Mel Gibson and Matt Smith and whatnot. Thing is, you buy something from them, it's not like they're going to sign it. They only sign their own stuff. Usually.
No, they would sign other things, but they had specific prices for specific things.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so
I
we're
got
going to move in on
of this later.
Later on, not here. Okay,
I got better.
We'll get back to these statues of the Hulk later on. Oh yeah, apparently Critical Drinker was there too. We just didn't see him when and he was at this booth apparently.
Again, crowd shot trying to show how
oh yeah,
it was crowded.
What is it?
This was the food
court. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Gary again.
Gary's head.
Yeah. And
I have no idea what that is.
More scuff. You were like taking pictures of scuff marks on the floor for some reason.
I showed you some of these.
There we go. This is going to be my thumbnail for tomorrow when Gary and Andy got arrested by the Imperials. I
and then Gary
wild.
started to protest. Next picture.
Yeah, he was angry about it. He was angry. Yeah, that little first appearance Boba Fett was the kid was awesome. He was really cool. Wally. Yes, exactly. Okay, so this was
I was trying to take some pictures while we were walking.
Was this Friday night? I think this was Friday night.
So that's why this is
we
blurry.
were getting on the King Kong ride. And this was one of the creatures from the ride, from Skull Island or whatever. And it was actually really cool. It was animatronic, so it,
Yeah.
But we couldn't help but... Huh?
I was walking too, so it was...
We couldn't help but make the, the spice must flow, Shai Hulud joke. Even though that's not what that was supposed to be.
Some of the dinosaurs on the King Kong ride.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're
a lot of herky-jerky, so we didn't really get,
there's Kong.
Great picture. Yeah, there's Kong. No banana breath on this one, but it was still really cool.
Yeah, pictures didn't turn out as well as I had hoped.
Well, we were definitely in motion, so that made it difficult. Going into the Hogwarts area. Oh, the Hogwarts is right next to the Jurassic Park area.
I thought that looked kind of cool. Yeah, it's like for some reason.
If you're in motion at all, the picture doesn't turn out.
Yeah, it's like I Right.
Butterbeer. Hogwarts.
And then it's like, I was
There's the
trying to stand
castle.
absolutely still. So, yeah.
There's Jurassic
So
Park.
there's
There
a
you go.
Jurassic Park sign. I think I took a couple of those. And then that one.
Yeah, exactly.
And I told Troy, I said, that one is because that's when the dinosaurs came and made the floor shake. And,
yeah,
you know.
exactly. It's 80 degrees in the shade, and there's snow on the roofs. I thought it looked so cool.
Yeah, I got a couple of those because I thought they were interesting.
Yeah, there was probably a lot of details here that I missed because we were walking and walking and walking.
Yeah, so I didn't get to stop and take pictures of everything.
Hagrid's
magical
creatures. Yeah, we didn't really see a lot of this.
More Butterbeer.
We are probably going to end up going back.
Yeah.
Next year, I told Netter if she wants, after they open up the whole Epic universe, I'll take her back and we'll go just for this, you know.
Let's see. Oh, the Good Hope pictures and stuff are coming
Hogsmeade.
up.
This was another place that we went into. We got something to eat upstairs there. Got to see a full-size velociraptor and so forth.
Catfish.
A full-size velociraptor and an undersized T-Rex. Yes, you're right. It was culture again. Okay,
cowfish. I see Troy's hat. The guy to the far right, that's Mark.
Left, sorry. Got to remember your left from your right, sweetie. Mark is he I don't think he does have a YouTube channel, but doesn't do anything with it. He's kind of an R2 builder himself. So that was really his focus and interest. And, you know, of course, Gary and Andy.
Crowd shots again.
Unless I'm mistaken, this now is like Friday or Saturday.
I think this was Friday.
This
you
was
could
where
tell the lady with the bullhorn was really bored. She's just like, hold up, going, you know, if you've got your cards, you can go to, you know, this side. You don't have to wait.
It was starting to get pretty heavy duty there. Jesse says, Troy, my inner child is in tears, wishing he could go to this fun place. Yes. Well, see, and here's the other thing. We got to see a lot of this.
Oh, good night, Darkwood Presents.
Oh, take care, Darkwood. We got to see a lot of this in the evening, ancillary to the convention. So that's why I said next time I'll take her back and we'll go just for that. A lot of crowd shots.
Yeah, I was just trying to encompass how huge. Like, look at those aisles: 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. I think the highest number I saw was 12, maybe 10 or something.
Okay, so here's a good shot of this. I was impressed. Yes, this is a, you know, big mock-up of the Hulk, but what I really appreciated was, if you look at that face, it's very clear they intended it to...
The next shot shows it full on.
We'll get there, yeah. There you go. That's meant to be Lou Ferrigno's face. I am certain of that. Even the hairstyle is very Lou Ferrigno from the from late 70s, early 80s. And thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Nate says, I'm not jealous. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, JPRPH1 sees it too. Lou, exactly. But she got a picture that I don't know where this Batman is, if this is in some way related to or a precursor to the Batman Who Laughs or something. This is something from the comics that, absolute Batman. I should just read what it says behind it, right? Whatever. It just looked very Klingon, so we kind of dug that. There was a Red Hulk, but that they didn't try making it look like Harrison Ford, and I don't blame them. It is cool looking, though.
I said that this was Hulk Hellboy.
Hulk Hellboy, yeah, exactly.
Or
so we got these pictures. Well, Netter got them because I told her to, but this was one of the dealers, and I said, get these pictures because I wanted to show them to Age of Boomer. Some old vintage, what are they called? Game consoles. Troy, the one Batman who has an axe. Okay. Yeah, I don't follow the modern comics. All of these things looked familiar to me. I think I had friends who had these, but I didn't have these.
And there's the second one. There you go.
I did get a close-up of the Intellivision because I recognized the name. It looked familiar. I'm pretty sure I had a friend who had one of these. Age of Boomer said, let me back up. This one here, I think,
Boomer
is
said,
the
that's a Sega.
Yeah, it's a Sega. So there you go.
We took these pictures for you, Boomer.
Specifically for you. This was the...
okay, so this was then Saturday because that's the Cursed Coconut Club.
The Cursed Coconut Club.
For the Geeks and Gamers thing.
Yeah. This was, even though it was a Saturday night, I did a lot of drinking that night. Even though the bar didn't have any vermouth. I couldn't get a martini. I couldn't get a Manhattan.
They had the worst margaritas.
They had terrible margaritas.
Okay. So that means that the pictures of the convention before this were Saturday.
Yeah. But I will say this. They did have a specialty drink there that was a take on an old-fashioned. That actually was really, really good. So I can't complain about that too much.
Yeah, I just took random
just
pictures of the
taking
place.
random pictures of the... Oh, they had a Zoltar there. So we got our fortunes. And you know what? I still have the card. I couldn't read it because I didn't have my glasses with
read
me.
it to you.
Well, I couldn't hear. So I'll have to look at that later.
So you smiling and nodding as I read it to you was just you faking it?
Yeah, I guess so. When I drink, I smile and nod a lot. Yeah, it was like pretty cool. Inside. Yeah.
I didn't think to take a picture of my cards, but I have like 5 cards from the Zoltar. Okay, those were I don't know what the group was called. But
yeah, they did. They had live singers there.
They did like 3 songs and then got off stage and we didn't see the rest of the night.
Nate says, looks like the Joel Schumacher Club. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I don't remember who the guy in the center is, but he was really eager.
Yeah. I'm drawing a blank on his name too, but I told him to reach out to us. I said I hope that he'd tune in to Last Call on Friday. We'll see if he does. That's something.
Accidental pictures.
That's the dance floor.
You can see how crowded it was.
So I think that's Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, and I think that's Critical Drinker.
Yeah, that's Critical Drinker.
I did get a chance to meet Jeremy. I met Ryan Cannell like 3, 4, 5 times. He was everywhere. It got to the point where I let me take that back. I didn't meet Ryan Cannell, but we saw each other so many times. He got to recognize my face because at one point he's like, "Hey," as if he apparently recognized me, but no, we didn't actually meet.
Just that guy had a puppet.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. There I am talking with Andy and Gary.
I was spying on Troy from the balcony.
Yes, she was up in the balcony. There's the DJ. And this is the outside of the club.
And that's with the fog. There's
Oh yeah, some footage of Voltar. I don't have the sound on for. What are you guys hearing that? I didn't share the sound, so you guys shouldn't be hearing the sound. The fact is, there was so much ambient noise, it would have been almost impossible to hear what Zoltar was saying. Yeah.
This is where I tried to record the voices.
And I think that's all we've got.
Yeah, that's all we got.
Oh, there you go.
No, that's me recording the Voltar.
Yes. Oh. I know. So let me stop sharing.
Maybe.
Yeah. Let me make that stop because, whoops. Did I just take us out? Are you still? Yeah. Okay. No, we're still in. I just lost my,
Hello, Charlotte Nightstar.
Hey, Charlotte, good to see you. How do I? There we go. Let me get rid of this. Oh, damn. When things don't work. Close the window. There we go. Okay, we're back. Okay. So anyway, those were the slides from our and there was just so much else that we did. We like I said, we met a lot of
everything, but
a lot of people we got to meet that we won't drop any names, but it was really, really neat to meet all the YouTubers, a lot of big channels. That was really why we were going out there, was to do a little schmoozing, a little hobnobbing.
We had a blast with networking with Andy and Gary. They introduced us around. We got to meet Valiant Renegade. That was kind of neat.
Yeah, he was another one of those that actually recognized me, and I was like, wow, I was pretty impressed. Now, look, when you meet a lot of people, you do your best, what?
Who was it who came up to you and said something like, "You're Troy Pacelli, right?"
Nobody that we're going to say by name.
Okay.
So don't worry about that one. But so Valiant recognized me. Oh yeah, Troy. And then he turns to Nanette and he's like, "Hey." And he realized he didn't know my wife's name. And I'm like, "Valiant, this is my wife, Nanette." He's like, "Nanette, great to meet you."
No, you said Netter.
Oh, I said Netter. That's right. Netter. He's like, "Great to meet you." And it's like, there's absolutely no reason why I actually was surprised that he recognized my name.
But because you're always doing super chats.
Well, yeah, especially, I was doing a lot of interacting with him before he got his channel monetized. And I was one of the ones saying, "We got to get you your monetization." He goes, "We'll get there. We'll get there." And then, when he first got monetized, I did a big super chat saying, "Finally, we made it." So maybe that's where he remembers me from. I don't know. But just the fact that people would recognize, and there was another big YouTuber there that I met. And when I was introduced to him, he goes, "Yeah, Troy, last call. I've heard a lot about you." And I'm like, "Really? Good stuff, I hope." And he goes, "Yeah." I said, "Well, yeah, those were probably lies too." Really nice, really nice. And he wasn't the only one. A lot of them had said, "Yeah, I've heard about you." And I'm like, who's chatting me up? Why do these people all know me?
Because Gary and Andy were chatting you up.
Exactly, and I just thought that was so wonderful, and I just felt so included, and not like a tagger on. Tagger. Anyway, you know what I mean. I haven't even started drinking because it's not Friday yet.
That's right, it's not.
I drank 2 nights last week. I drank on Friday night and I drank on Saturday night. Didn't really get drunk until Saturday night. And even that it was barely drunk.
And it's like, if you do ever go to Orlando and you're in that area, the hotel we stayed at was the Fairfield Marriott SeaWorld.
At SeaWorld, yeah.
That hotel was so nice. And it wasn't expensive, really. I mean, they did exponentially raise the rate over the course of the con weekend because of the convention. But the staff was super friendly. The beds are so comfortable. I have never been in a hotel where the beds were that comfortable. Usually, you go to a hotel, you get on the bed, it's either rock hard or it's very bouncy. This bed was perfect.
Yeah. So I'll probably go through an abridged version of that tomorrow night, but I will have Andy and Gary. And if he has time, Culture might pop in tomorrow as well. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. But see, here's the thing. If you guys want to go to MEGACON next year, do a meetup or something like that.
If you stop in Chattanooga, don't stay at the Fairfield Marriott there. It was horrible.
Yeah, that was we won't talk too much about that. And be very careful if you drive through Atlanta. They don't know how to drive.
No.
But We haven't committed yet to whether or not we'll be going again next year. If we do, I may consider the possibility of, like I said, we go down the weekend of MegaCon, get a room there. Netter and I will probably get tickets to go to, the Universal Epic Universe, and we'll consider it maybe a LobbyCon type of week, where instead of going to the convention, we will go and, get together for dinner with people at the events afterwards, not actually go to the con itself. Because honestly, as impressive as all of that was, I don't know if it was really worth the price of admission. The dealer's room, I didn't see anything there that I can't get online if I said need to. In fact, for example, there was a lot of vendors that had like Star Wars action figures, and we saw some Saga collection figures one day. If you're into vintage collection, 3 3/4 inch Star Wars action figures, the Saga collection are the ones that came with the little pieces of droids along with the figure that you're getting. And if you got this figure, and this figure, you could put together one, particular R2 unit or one particular, anthropoid droid or whatever. And those tend to go for a lot of money because people are trying to get those pieces in order to put together that droid. And I happen to have seen a couple that I wanted to pick up. I didn't need them. They were wants. And if the price was right, I would have gotten them. I didn't get them on the Thursday, went back on Friday, couldn't find them. And Netter's like, well, just ask the vendor. And I'm like, no. I decided I was going to come over. If they had them, I would ask how much they were. And if they were too much, I was not going to get them. Well, they weren't there. So I said, as far as I'm concerned, they sold. I don't need them. They were figures I actually already have, but I was looking to see if I could get a deal. If someone else got them, good on them. But they got picked over pretty quickly. Good on that vendor. That's fine. But if I really wanted them, Netter could find them on eBay, maybe for an even better price than what they were selling for there.
Probably.
Troy, you feel like you've met friends you've known for years for the first time, face to face. Yes. So that was one thing that I kind of skipped over because I will talk about it in more detail when he is on with me, and that was met Aged Boomer face to face for the first time. Been doing streams with him, twice a week for years now. So, definitely consider him a friend. Definitely would say I know him, but we literally had never been in the same room before. And we were able to get together and have dinner together. And he got to meet Andy and Gary, and Nick was there as well, and Mark. So it was fun. It was great to meet people face to face. Culture Casino. I feel like you do feel like you form these friendships, right? With people, that you've never met in person. But once you've met people in person, it's like, I have definitely met these people, anyway, just, yeah. So there you go. That was a brief talk about MegaCon. We will talk more about it tomorrow on Last Call, and we'll talk a little bit more about kind of how it kind of gave me a vision for especially for my channel. I've been we talked about this at the beginning of the year. We said that we want to really improve the channels, do some stuff. Well, we got some advice, particularly from Gary, and a little bit from Culture as well, about some things that we really want to do. some hardware we need to get, and some filming locations here in Casa del Pacelli, if I can just get the place spruced up a little bit. So I've got a vision for some things that I really want to do, and can't promise it's going to happen right away, but in the near future, Real quick, want to say hi to Mark Melnikoff, just popping in to say hello, boarding the shuttle to head home from the terrible day at the dilithium mines of Rurapente. Vachlar. Even a job in the Federation looks good today. I know.
Yeah. And Geek Flag gave another $2 super chat. Thank you so much, sweetie. You are definitely the sponsor of the stream tonight. It was great taking a vacation through your eyes.
Yeah, vicariously, huh? Yeah,
even
yeah,
with
that
the
was the
janky
idea.
pictures, huh?
Yeah, that was the idea, to share some of what we saw. There were just some things like those R2 units, and there was a bunch of other R2 units there. Netter just got pictures of the ones that I really, really wanted, but they had like a clear domed, what is that, an R3? Or is that an R4 unit? I forget. But thank you so much, Connie Cleary. Gifted a membership to Samuel Proctor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sweetie.
Which means I'm going to once again have to update Netter's closing credits, which
you have to anyway.
I'm going to have to anyway. Yeah. So that will be. I'll be getting that done before Saturday night. Saturday night we are going to be doing a. On Netter's Network's Retro Cinema. We will be watching The Fifth Element from 1997, right?
Are we?
Yes, we are. At least that's the movie I've got prepared, ready to move over to.
Yes, Fifth Element.
Put up on Cosme, so.
I had to go look at what my next one was.
Yeah.
I keep spreadsheets on all this stuff.
So. Yep. So, yeah. And then, of course,
and hello to Kimmy Kibb.
Hey, Kimmy Kibb. Welcome. Good to see you. Hope you are doing well.
We are actually kind of winding
We
down,
are wrapping up.
You can always watch it on the rewatch.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, Charlotte invited you. Well, welcome.
Oh, so
I hope we'll see you here again.
And we must have seen you before because I am subscribed to your channel. So welcome.
Well, now I have to see if I am.
You should be. Looks like she's got some videos up of some footage of Iron Maiden concerts that she's been to.
Yep. Yeah, I must have seen you before because I'm subscribed as well.
There you go. So
or I've seen you on somebody else's.
Hope everybody else is subscribed to you as well. She's part of your channel. Okay, well, thank you, Charlotte. Now part of the extended family. So there you go. And she's your Iron Maiden. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Kimmy's channel. Okay. I just dropped Kimmy's channel.
There you go. So
y'all can go over there and subscribe to her.
And you know what?
She only has 13 subscribers, so come on, peep, show the love.
Yeah, and keep in touch, and maybe if she decides to,
I just realized that my scroll is not at my thing. My ticker's not going there. Did you remove my ticker?
I hope not. I didn't do it intentionally. It may have disappeared when I was sharing or something like that. But so yeah, and give me a second here. I'm trying to find something myself.
I thought something was missing, and then I'm like, wait, where's?
Yeah, that would be my fault. Very sorry.
So if there is anyone in the chat who has a YouTube channel that they are trying to grow.
And real quick, Deleted, are you still in the chat there? You have coming. Oh, here it is. I think I just found it.
Oh.
Okay. Yep. Let me get the
Okay.
I'll get this first.
So that I can then do
first
the
let me drop it in the chat for everybody. This is where Netter, and I will then drop it into the private chat so that you can forward us to it.
Okay. And if you have a YouTube channel that you are trying to grow, DM me on Twitter. I'd love to have you on as a guest.
So before we wrap up, Netter's going to set the auto-dramatically forwarding you to Deleted Scenes channel so that you can...
yes, so in the meantime...
He will tell... Because you know, it kind of became a whole thing. It was like we realized if we're telling you everything that he's doing over the weekend, you know, we could be here a whole another half hour. So that's why we just kind of forward you over to his channel, and then he tells you. He's now calling it coming attractions because it's you know, what's going to be coming up on his channel. So
yes,
there you go.
Okay, so I've got the redirect there, and so what is happening tomorrow night over on your channel?
I already mentioned last call tomorrow night on my channel. Gary Ambrosia, Andy Masterson, and a possible appearance by Culture Casino, and we're going to get their perspective of us hanging out at MEGACON. So I'm going to kind of go through some of what we talked about tonight, and more, and of course I will be drinking as well. Saturday night, like I mentioned, is the Fifth Element on Netter's Network.
Yeah.
Link will be in the Cosme link will be in the chat.
Yes. And Kimmy says she's from the UK. Awesome.
Oh, awesome. Which, well, that makes your viewing schedule with us a little more challenging because you know, the time difference. But good on you. Thank you so much for being here.
My mother was a Lancashire lassie.
Yep. Yep. My mother-in-law was from Lancashire.
Oldham.
So, yeah, specifically Oldham. Yeah, exactly.
She says she's a night owl anyway.
Well, I appreciate that. Hopefully we can catch you again tomorrow over on my channel.
Okay, we got you a couple more subs right now.
There you go.
So now you're up to 21.
There you go. So, awesome. Together we grow. And then, of course, Sunday, all the things that Deleted's going to tell you about in about 5 minutes. And Geeky Geesers at 8 Central, 9 Eastern, where honestly I've been accumulating the news articles to put together for Boomer, but I haven't done that just yet, and I haven't really been paying much attention to them because I was so busy with that was the last thing we forgot to tell you. So we left Sunday morning.
Oh, right.
And I decided to do the 18-hour drive straight through. Got home by about like 1:30 in the morning local time. I did that because I knew that I did not want to get home late on Monday and then have to start working Tuesday. I wanted a day to decompress. So, yeah, with a lot of walking, and my knees and hips and back were sore. They were sore. So I don't think I fully recuperated from that. And that is the weekend. I can't look any farther ahead, so that's all I've got to share. I'm done. Back to you, Netter.
I'm sending those pictures to Big Al. Give me a minute.
Okay. We got to wrap up because we only got 6 minutes before Deleted Scenes show.
Yeah. Okay. Well, of course, y'all know what I always say. We can talk amongst ourselves, and that's all well, good, and fun. But it's so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat and you're dropping your comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. And it doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases. It feels like we're all hanging out in our family room, enjoying each other's company and having a great time. And you guys, you know you're not just our friends. You're our family. We love you guys and we appreciate you so very much. I mean, you could be anywhere right now. And you're here. Yeah, I love seeing you guys. And I've missed you over the last couple of weeks that we haven't been here. So thank you all so very much for being here. Thank you for being a part of our family. And until next time, good night and God bless. Hopefully this next part works.
Welcome to the place where the magic happens. Conversations flow and the laughter snapping. Here at Netter's Network, where the stories come alive. Every episode's a journey, every guest a drive. Netter's Network, tune in for the show, where the headlines meet the heart, and we all get to know. From the highs to the lows, we've got it all in tow. Netter's Network, where the world's on the go. Sit right back, let's explore the mind of the people who matter, of every kind. From the stars in the sky to the heroes next door. Netter's Network, you'll want more and more. Netter's Network, tune in for the show, where the headlines meet the heart, and we all get to know. From the highs to the lows, we've got it all in tow. Netter's Network, where the world's on the go. Questions answered, mysteries unfold. With every tale, the truth is told. In this network, we connect the dots. Let's dive in, let's break the knots. Tune in for the show, where the headlines meet the heart, and we all get to know. From the highs to the lows, we've got it all in tow. Netter's Network, where the world's on the go. So don't touch that dial, stay right here. Netter's Network, the time is near. For talk that's real, for talk that's true. Netter's Network, and it's all for you.